Hello, welcome to the Daily Creative. I'm just about to completely wrong live stream. Hi, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Obviously, a little discombobulated, but I'll get there. Gosh, I wonder what time of year it is. You know, the time gets away from you, and you don't know. Is there any major holiday coming up? Let me think. Not sure. Anyway, yes, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Renee thinks Marjorie Taylor. It's going to be one of those days. Thinks Marjorie Taylor Greene is a psychopath. Could be a sociopath. Yeah. So anyway, I'm here to take your 12 political questions at 12 noon every single day of the year. I am always here. I am your eternal bad penny. I always show up, and yeah, I take the questions out of the chat. Oh, B. Smith likes the overlay. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, and Renia likes it too. Good. I stumbled across these last night when I was actually, of all things, making covers for the creative sprints in the afternoon for December. It was like, these are Halloween gingerbread houses. Why did this not come up in the search earlier? Had to have them. It's also very stressful. It's a very stressful time. There's a lot going on in the news. There's a lot going on with people still not being held accountable yet. And it is very, very stressful, right? So if things get really, really stressful today or maybe tomorrow, I have an overlay for that. But we'll wait on that. We'll wait on that because it's fun. I think you'll find it funny too, but it's fun when we need to calm down. But anyway, today we have these fantastic Halloween gingerbread houses. So, hi, Ghost. Hi. Happy little pumpkin. Anyway, okay. Diana says Majorie Tater Tot Green. I'm just gonna give up. That's it. I'm just gonna. GM Dave says you match the border. You're creative, but it's obvious that you work hard as well. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, this takes some effort, but I'm glad you like it, Sandy. Oh boy! All right, so I've got most of the questions in the chat. Sorry, in the description box already. Apparently, I cannot brain today. So, all right. So I'm going to grab these because it's first come first serve. So I'm going to grab Kyle and Alicia's questions, and I'm going to put them down here. That'll give me 13 for today. So, let's see if I can get through them all. And if I do not answer your question, it is never anything personal. I promise. Your questions are very important to me. You are very important to me. And I'm grateful for you. But I only have so many slots each day. Okay. So thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Diana. You guys are great. Thank you. Apple says horrifically stressful. No justice or sign of justice. Well, let's do some readings and we'll see how we go. Oh, Steve has an update about his mom. Mom update. Had her back procedure yesterday. Seemed to have gone well. Has since experienced periods of very intense pain. Sleeping right now. Well, let's send some positive energy to Steve's mom. Some beautiful healing, divine energy. and to everyone who needs it. Beautiful divine energy just pouring down, filling us all up into overflowing, filling the world up into overflowing. The world completely full of the most beautiful, healing, kind, divine energy, just raising the vibration of everyone and everything for the good of all. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. So, let me see. Deborah saying, your pumpkin spice houses are making me crave a pumpkin spice cappuccino. Oh, nice. I got some Starbucks K-Cups, pumpkin spice. I know I'm like genetically required to like them, but I didn't care for it. I don't know. Starbucks flavored coffees I find are kind of hit and miss. I either really like it or I really just So I was very disappointed. But anyway, it's getting lighter outside. I need to move this and then I'll start the readings. All right, kitten, this is going to upset you because you don't like when I move this thing, but it needs to be moved. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You are the Bailey Boo. You are just fine, Bailey Boo. You are just fine, Bailey Boo. You are the precious. You are the precious. Yes, you are. He's right here. Okay, move this over here. Move this over there. There, that's better. Okay, now we have to actually see the cards. All right. And you gonna turn this way? He's over on the far side of the cat tree, the bed right here, or I would turn the camera. But anyway. Okay. Starbucks coffee, it is strong. Yeah. It is strong. Okay. So at 7 minutes. Let's say 8 minutes in. Lynn, we're going to start with Lynn's question. And it's not letting me save. Why are you not letting me save? Oh, all right. Let's take this out and see if that helps. Okay, it's saved now. All right. So at 8. Say 8:15. All right. So Lynn Halliday was asking, will the January 6th Select Committee get all those involved in the seditious conspiracy? Can they get all those sitting in Congress and clean house? Which goes along with Diana's question, will the January 6th Committee find the nexus between planners, organizers, Congress, Bannon, Trump, and the actual violence against the Capitol? Because simply organizing protests is not a crime. So I thought I would do a quick Overloaded Celtic on the January 6th committee, and are they going to get the members of Congress who were involved? I mean, is that going to lead to members of Congress actually being held accountable for insurrection? So, Taylor B saying Pike Place is not that strong. Well, thank you for letting me know. I just do flavored. I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. But so January 6th committee. Boy, there's a lot of people rushing around, aides rushing around. Do you have this? Do you have a link to this? Do you have this email? This was sent there. Do you have a reply over there to what it was over here? where there was somebody else here. Does anybody know who that was? And there's just a whole lot of trying to piece it together, records that they have that nobody else has. One of you were kind enough, I'm so sorry, I didn't see who it was, but one of you were kind enough to say that there's a documentary, 4 hours at the Capitol, about the insurrection on HBO. There's that. I'm still waiting for the rest of the Engel. Remember, I linked that 7-minute short of the first part of his special on the insurrection. But I haven't seen anything about it since. Seems odd. I mean, I have I have a regular subscription to MSNBC, but with the cable that comes into the house, so I don't know why I can't see any more of it. But January 6th, they have the committee and the staff. They have access to stuff that these other people don't. So January 6th Select Committee, are you going to be able to actually get to a point where members of Congress will be held accountable in a serious way, in a legal way? Being held accountable, the energy felt steady and strong. As soon as I said in a legal way, it kind of went, it's like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. January 6th Select Committee. Are you going to be able to make sure that members of Congress will be held accountable for what they did? Tower, yeah, they tried to they invaded the Capitol building. The insurrectionists invaded the Capitol building. They knew where to go. Inside help, anybody? All right, in the past world, there was still the sense that you were safe if you worked in the Capitol building. This sense that, yes, we have our differences, but it's still one country. You kind of avoid Facebook so you don't have to listen to your, racist uncle rant. But that was the past. All right, Senator reading here. Well, some of the members of Congress are humming and hawing, and the Select Committee, they are not going to be infinitely patient. I do get energy. I've been getting energy from them all along. They're not messing around. They are not messing around at all, and they're not going to go easy. But there are some Republicans trying to drag their feet. But all right, above the reading of January 6th Select Committee, will it lead to members of Congress being actually held accountable? Strength, they are looking at everything. Hanged Man. Major Arcana, hanging over them is, we find out you were part of it. We find some way that, you'll be strung up by your heels kind of thing. So. Okay, base of the reading. 9 of Pentacles, so sitting pretty. They think they're fine. The Death of, courtesy of when you're going after other Congress people, you show them deference and you go easy on them. And no, this is the base of this is the end of their cushy existence. All right, home environment. Steve says just one congressperson arrested before the end of the year. Just one. A Republican, please. Home environment, insult to injury. Yeah, the fact that there were people inside Congress who were a part of this is an insult on top of the injuries that were already sustained. Hopes and fears. That is aggressive law enforcement, as in arresting people. That's the hope, and that's the fear. Actual arrests. What other people see? Well, we're on the outside, and the majority of the January 6th Select Committee's energy right now it isn't on the witnesses, it's on the records, and it feels like the energy's here. It's like they're going to get to that, but right now they're putting all of this in order so they can call people out. When they have people come speak, it's going to be and this. Oh, really? That's what you think? Because I got the receipts. Oh yeah, I've got the receipts of that too. No, you actually did this. So right now it just looks like Republicans are just wandering about doing whatever they want. The challenge is America, our patience is not infinite. We're hanging in there, though. We're hanging in there. Diana says, oh, it's the night of pardons again. I don't see that, but I hear what you're saying. Okay. So I have 2 cards for the near future and 3 cards for the final outcome. Near future 1, Emperor. Near future 2, 6 of Wands. So Trump, it's true. Right now, Trump is reclaiming his throne his fascist throne in the far right of the party. He is. The media is reporting on him more. The people are deferring to him more. People running for office are referring to him more. He in the near future, this is what's going on now. It's like, oh, there's Trump. It's like, what, are we going right back into this? We're not, but it can feel that way. All right, final outcome. Will the January 6th Select Committee be able to hold members of Congress accountable for what happened on January 6th? Refer them to the DOJ. Something serious, some serious accountability. 5 of Pentacles. All right, so they're out in the cold. The Republicans out in the cold. King of Wands, there's Trump and others who are the king of the fascists. 6 of Pentacles. It's not going to work, but they're going to try to drag this out. And they're trying to get by not giving everything at once. A little bit here, a little bit there. How far can we drag this out? Because at the center, these people who can be linked directly to it will ultimately be shunned. And Trump is just a man. But, okay, so expect the Select Committee it's not going to be permanent. It's not going to be permanent, but they are going to, they're not going to be fully cooperative. I mean, why incriminate themselves? Members of Congress referred to the DOJ. Actual charges against members of Congress related to what happened on January 6th. Actual legal charges. You know, it's a lovely mental image of to in your mind's eye to see Marjorie Taylor Greene being handcuffed and led away. But is that actually, that kind of stuff is actually going to happen? Again, out in the cold, shunned, out in the cold, their support among other Republicans dissipating. 7 of Pentacles, fruits of labor. Two of Swords, it's a legal choice or a choice. Lovers, these are the cult members, the Trump cult members. Two of Wands is communication, but it was communication to get people to fight. Six of Wands, I've got a victory. There is a legal decision here. They have the evidence. I don't know that I'm going to get a straight answer out of this. What I'm getting is the story coming out of what actually happened and us knowing who was hoping for what, who was, what they were trying to do, evidence of the communications, to heck with democracy, betraying the Constitution. I seem to get to that point. So we are being told that, in the collective energy, we are being told that this is not going to remain secret. These people are not going to, it's not just going to disappear, get swept under the rug. Okay, so that's good. What do you think, kitten? What do you think, cuteness? Oh, you big stretch. Hey. You know, if you lay down over here, they could see you. Yes, people would see you. He's like, I don't want to be seen. I'm tired. Tired kitten. Thank you, Kay. Sandra Nevin says, when GOP shunned, if not jailed, stripped of all perks. And who's losing faith in the system? Diane is saying, I'm losing faith in the system. Too many holes. Well. Well, the world they know it is going to change dramatically. That's a prosecutor. There's a justice card. Knight of Pumpkins. You have to justify what you did here. Prosecutor, justice, they have to fight. And these, with this being major arcana and this being a king as well, these are stronger than this. So there is going to be, we are going to find out the details. And January 6th Select Committee is not playing around. I'm not getting a sweep it under the rug or, oh, we'll get to it eventually. No, oh, nay. This is serious. They're taking it seriously. So, all right, that was positive. We're going to learn a lot, and it's going to be step by step, and they're going to nail some of these people to the wall, is what I'm getting. Okay. Thank you, Terry. Just having a quick look in the chat. Atha says, guys, we're too used to the Law and Order TV justice system. Reality is a case takes up to 3 years of investigation and prosecution. Don't lose faith. The bad guys win when that happens. Okay, good point there. Okay. Dawn says, I love when Autumn major arcanas, like it's a verb. Stephen Haggerty, I agree. The Dems need to say, oh, nay, more often. Yes. Case of the chickens are coming home to roost, finally. I think so. I'm thank heavens, McCarthy is so incompetent. Because I'm not going to let any of the Republicans be on your committee. Okay, don't. Bye. And thus we actually have a committee that's doing the work and we don't have a Jim Jordan on there gumming up the works and grandstanding and making a fool of himself. Okay. Right. So 25. I knew that one would be a long reading. 2530. Okay, how is Governor DeSantis' lawsuit against the Biden administration over the vaccine mandate for federal contractors going to go? I know I was taking a headline and trying to make it a question, and it became the mother of all run-on sentences. So Governor DeSantis, he's filed a lawsuit against the Biden administration because he doesn't want there to be a vaccine mandate for federal contractors. So, Governor Ron DeSantis, how is your lawsuit against Biden going to go? Because it is a vaccine mandate for federal contractors, not state, federal. So this is not a, states' rights thing. These are federal contractors, and Biden is the head of the federal government. So DeSantis can off and sit down. Okay. And of course that F was for flub off. Yes. Teresa Ford saying, sit down, Ron. Empress, this is the country. This is not the state. This is the United States of America. Federal. That's the card for the reading. Chariot. Strength. Oh, DeSantis. That doesn't bode well. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Six of Cups. Ron, in response to your lawsuit that would force federal contractors to get the vaccine, and you're trying to stop that, the official response, according to the cards, will be contractors building things, doing things big, and they need to be checked so you're not spreading disease. Who's paying the bills? Is it the state? No, it's federal. They're federal contractors. But you take it to court, and the Democrats are over here all happy. Also got the card here of federal. Yes, Rob, exactly. Sit down, Ron. Okay. 29 and a bit. Oh, Sinema. 29. I used to joke. It's a shame Kate's not here. Kate Priest. We used to work together at the bookstore. And I had a running joke when I worked there that, we were trying to do things on our own or try to get something done. And I was like, but a day without upper management is like a day without sunshine. And It's like, oh, a day without reading on Sinema. I mean, the day doesn't feel complete. So, Electra Storm is saying that Aaron Neville trolled Sinema on Twitter. It was beautiful. Oh, I can only imagine. Hello, Irma. Okay, so what is Senator Kyrsten Sinema's political future? Because there's news. A devastating poll shows Senator Kyrsten Sinema losing every single potential 2024 Democratic primary challenger by over 30 points. You in danger, girl. You're going down. You're going down. I'm telling you right now. You cannot do this. You cannot do this to your people. I do not understand how she's not. There's not a huge petition going to remove her from office right now. Unbelievable. So anyway, let me repeat that. A devastating poll shows Senator Kyrsten Sinema losing every single potential 2024 Democratic primary challenger by over 30 points. So what is Kyrsten Sinema's political future? Where are you? Because I know you're not with your constituents. Your political future. Traitor McTraderton. Oh, she has secrets. Higher wisdom, better than thou. Yeah, we know that. We know that's how she thinks. 8 of Cups. These are Democrats. Look how unhappy they are. Even the moon is like, excuse you? What? Very disappointed in this person who's now wearing a red cloak and walking away. Nadiko Chrysalis Tarot. I got great cards. Great cards for her. 10 of Cups. There are a lot more options to choose from than just her. 2 of Cups. 6 of Wands is a far right victory. 9 of Cups. She's handing victories to the far right, and she's going, forget it. She's not even. She's the person walking away here, and it's like, let's choose someone else. Oh, look, we found another person to partnership with. Enough of this garbage. Look, a person who is actually among the Democrats and happy to be there. Enjoy your money while it lasts, Sinema. Congratulations. You have your money and your place in history as being after the money. And that's it. And thinking you're better than everybody else. That's your legacy. That's what you chose. Unbelievable. You go, no, good cards for her political career. LOL, bye Sinema. Yeah, that did not look good for her at all. But if only. Renia says, oh my gosh, I have 3 of your cards. Stick a fork in Sinema, you're done. Yeah. Thing is, can we get rid of her before then? Can we get rid of her before then? Nine of Wands. The Thief card. Knight of Pentacles. Judgment. That's my election day card. Death. Temperance. No, for some, maybe it's the makeup of the. I do think Democrats are likely to gain in the 2022 midterms, but we're still going to need a Democrat in the seat, assuming she'll go along with anything. But this is election day, this is death, and this is go home. Clean out your office. Bye. But we have to wait. So TikTok. Charles Carey says the way she dressed yesterday said everything. I don't care. Who was it who was saying that she dressed like a trucker? I thought I saved that. Joanne says she'll implode herself. Yeah, she's obviously she's obviously got some issues. She just does. I mean, you don't have a taste of power and just lose your mind like that and just be all in for completely instant selfishness. Just add water and just add political money. She's got issues. She's got self-esteem issues. And yeah. But therapy's a lot easier on the country. Her being in therapy is a lot easier in the country than her being in office. Oh, I see. Okay. She dressed like the singer Aaron Neville. That's why he trolled her. Said he wore it better. And he did. Yeah. So, yes. Kate, I was just talking about you. Or I mentioned you anyway. Hello, Kate. Kate Priest is here. We used to work together. I was mentioning how I used to say when we worked together that but a day without upper management is like a day without sunshine. Yeah. So anyway, no worries. It wasn't important. 38 and a bit. Okay, Jeffrey Clark. Take a quick look. All right, Jeff Clark has parted ways with his lawyer just days before his scheduled testimony. You don't say. Jeffrey Bozert Clark is an American lawyer who served as Assistant Attorney General for the Environment and Natural Resources Division from 2018 to 2021. In 2020, he was also appointed acting head chief of the Civil Division. Here we go. In 2020 and 2021, he helped then President Donald Trump attempt to subvert the 2020 presidential election. Clark's actions in that endeavor are being reviewed by the District of Columbia Bar Association for potential discipline. Clark worked on ways to cast doubt on the election results. Trump tried unsuccessfully to install Clark as the head of the Department of Justice when acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen refused to lend credence to Trump's false claims of fraud. Clark resigned on January 14th, 2021, after controversy over his actions following the 2020 United States presidential election. I was born in Philadelphia, like me. But I actually believe in the Constitution and would fight for it, not undermine it for fascism. All right. right, Jeff Clark. So your lawyer just abandoned you. Sneaky. The word I'm getting is sneaky. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Yeah, it's going to be hard to pin this guy down. Well, he's going to try to make it so he can't be pinned down. But remember the January 6th Select Committee, what I keep telling you guys? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Clark. You say you were doing that? Because I've got the receipts here that you were doing something completely different. So, King of Pentacles. Oh, I'm important. No, you need to sit down. Jeffrey Clark, Page of Wands, Three of Cups, High Priestess. He wants to keep the secrets. He wants to keep Trump's secrets in a big way. Eight of Wands, Hanged Man. Ask not for whom the man. Ask not for whom the bell toll, it tolls for thee. Well, ask not who shall be the hanged man. It shall be you. He's going to try to minimize whatever he was doing. And he is trying desperately to keep Trump's secrets and keep his own secrets from that time. Desperately. But these are really happy Democrats. These are Democrats giving each other high fives. And this is all of the stuff that was done around the election to undermine the election. And this is Mr. Clark having a very bad time of it. Let me see if I can get some more information. Alicia says, I have so much trouble understanding how people could just throw away their careers. I don't know. I don't know. Nadiko Chrysalis Tarot is saying, one of my cards is the Tower. Sweet. I love that. Jeff Clark, are you guys, those of you who do this along with me, are you getting the just level of squirrely, creepy energy from this guy, like trying to hold on to an eel? Oof. They're going to be, it's like they've lined up all of the people involved with the insurrection and brought out one to answer. What did you, we've got the receipts, what you did. Nadigo is saying, I need a shower after that. Yeah. Nine of Cups, Knight of Swords, Six of Wands, Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands. So this is Democrats. They're just gonna, that committee's gonna do such a good job about just, it's like all of these, if there are a lot of little bugs in the air and they're all flying, and they're really annoying you. I mean, one of the things that like elephants will do is they'll suck water up into their trunk and then blow it out over the area because it'll knock all of the bugs to the ground. That's what it feels like the committee's doing. All these guys are trying to be squirrely and do and run around and play games and and they're just like, and these guys just go just down to the ground. They really wanted a victory. I cannot express to you how traitorous these people were. I mean, we know it intellectually, but maybe it's just me, but there's always a part of me that wants to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's just my nature. these people absolutely wanted to take over, to end democracy, to take over the country. And if they had to take people out to do it, then they would. I cannot wrap my head around that. I can't. And this committee is coming for you, and they're going to get the DOJ to come for some of these people. And these petty arguments are not going to work. And these petty delays are not going to work. Good luck. Good luck, Squirrely Clark. Lisa says you can't with these people. I agree. Oh, Kate Priest. No offense. Agreeing with my comment about a day without upper management. A day without sunshine. Yes. Oh boy, Dave. Okay, anyway. 46:45. Oh, sweetie. Okay, we've got appointment. Hey, you do not need to be worried. Why are you having a bad dream, sweetness? You are the Bailey Boo. You are the precious. Poor little thing's having a nightmare. You're okay. It's okay. All right. We have some. He's cleaning his feet, so that's good. Poor little thing. All right, it's kind of hard to see him where he is, though. Let me see. Daughter kitten. Thank you, Lynn. Oh, if I move this. I might just turn this off. Poor kitty. There. Take this and move this. Does that brighten things up a little? Some. There, that should work. We're going to hang out with the kitty, if that's okay. We're going to hang out with the kitty. Yes, we are. We're going to hang out with the good boy. Just had a nightmare. It's okay. You're not alone. You're not alone. Okay. Poor little thing. Okay. Where was I? Okay, 49 and a bit. All right. Okay, so the news is that China is declining to speed emission cuts. So what I really wanted to know about that is, will other countries cut back on manufacturing goods in China over climate change, with increasing emphasis on climate change? He was dreaming he was dirty. No. Looks like he recovered. Yes. All right. Because with this increasing emphasis on climate change, manufacturing practices are going to have to change. So is China going to lose its massive manufacturing base? Electra Storm says, I'm confused. I thought China was all for it. Cutting emissions? Oh, wait, do I have a wrong thing here? News. China declines to speed emission cuts in UN pledge ahead of COP26. I've got a link. If I copy it here. Axios. China declines to speed emission cuts in the new UN pledge. They're sticking with a prior target. It's in the description box, but I'll put it in the chat as well. There's the link. So, John France is saying, despite their desire for world conquest, China isn't doing so well. There's certainly some of that. Temperance. There is going to be more of an emphasis on local production. What do you think, sweetie? Are you tired? Are you tired? There we go. King of Wands. Well, thanks, Trump. Not exactly good for the environment. Page of Cups. Queen of Wands. Six of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. There's still going to be a lot of manufacturing in China. To heck with the environment. Let the grandkids deal with it. Sure, there are going to be, even if it isn't, maybe in North America or Europe, they'll start doing more local stuff, but there are plenty of countries around the world that will still be doing most of the manufacturing through China. So is that the case? Is it will North America and Europe, will they start doing more of their own manufacturing because of climate worries? Let's see here. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Less of an emphasis on materialism. Okay. Queen of Swords. Eight of Wands. King of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Four of Wands. It's not going to be a massive change. That there's going to be, boy, the haves and the have-nots situation is going to be much exacerbated by climate change. I'm sorry to say. So, all right. Since he's just bathing, I'll move this back. There we go. All right. At 55:30. Oh, I'm with you, Memories of Echoes. What needs to be done to get rid of DeJoy? I mean, we know that his job is based on that board, a particular board who decide whether or not he stays or goes, and there's somebody prominent on there who is keeping him in place. So how do we get rid of this jerk? And this thing about the U.S. we can no longer ship things to Australia. Total incompetence. If this person, we should be able to remove this person based on sheer, well, let's just call it incompetence. It's actually purposeful undermining is what it is. See, I'm getting upset. Purposeful undermining because he makes money when work goes to other carriers. He's a Trojan horse. Can we please get rid of DeJoy? How do we get rid of him? We're just going to accept that you can't send things to Australia? What? Rachel Maddow was talking about it last night on her show. It was like, what the? He's got secrets. He's got all kinds of secrets, and he's being investigated for ethical issues. But he's still there for now. I like that John Francis saying he's the back end of a Trojan horse tower. He's damaging the post office. 5 of Pentacles makes it harder for everybody. But he makes money. All right, King of Swords. I think I want to say he's being taken to court over this or something. Is that am I correct in that? Or is there some kind of court case? Ace of Pentacles. See, making money. What does he care? The Fool. You just tra-la, tra-la. We're stuck with him right now. Oh my gosh. Etha is saying not so long as he can make a buck through alternative transport companies. Yeah. Electrostorm says some cities are suing him. I know DC is one of them. Carmela, is it Vacciano? Sterling says he won't leave until 2023. Yes, it's all about the money, the ego. Laurel Sorensen saying, I'm getting really tired of that answer that we're stuck with him. I'm with you. Joanne says Biden's hands are tied. You can't. I guess you can't. A federal law prohibits firing the Postmaster General. There's got to be a way, though. There's got to be a way. If you have someone in there who is just literally destroying the post office, you can't do anything? Really? If they're breaking the law? If he was just flat out breaking the law, but you can't remove him? I mean, thief. Card of the thief. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Wands. Chariot. 9 of Pentacles. Emperor. Same thing. Same thing. We're sort of left stuck with a lack. He's yucking it up. with Trump stuff. He's running this machine, this vehicle that's supposed to be delivering. He's running it off the road. He's sitting pretty. And there's the emperor, the president, who's just sitting. It's very frustrating. Steve says, how do you get rid of or reassign a board member? Biden's done as much of that as he can, but there's somebody. It might be the head person on the board or something. I don't know. Helene Friend says you need to replace the board. They can fire DeJoy. Yeah. Stephen Haggerty's pointing out that DeJoy is messing with the Virginia election too. True. Wow. Whew. All right. Let me put this back before I knock these things off the... Where do you go? You got twisted around this way. What are you doing now? You're doing that. Okay, we can do that. That could work. I can put you here, and we can go here, and we can go there, and oops, go that way. And we can come back this way. So there, and then this. And we can turn that on, and we can pet the kitty, who is right here trying to sleep. Right? You don't have, I'm glad you woke up from your nightmare. You're okay. You're always okay. All right. Easy. Okay. And here we are. Oh, boy. All right. So at 1:02 and a bit, let's say 30. So experts are saying that some dark money groups who are influencing Florida elections may be falsifying tax returns to further cover their tracks. So will we find a way to stop the dark money coming into these different elections and choosing candidates and all these points along the way? I'm not a perfect person. I'm not. But when the federal government is just doesn't have enough investigators to cover just how corrupt the system is, there's a problem. So, well, the government actually stop some of this dark money garbage and hold people accountable, clean this up. Judgment. Well, that's my card for elections. Two of Cups, Five of Cups, King of Swords, Moon, Three of Pentacles. Trying to hold some people accountable, but they find loopholes. But you have to keep fighting the fight. I mean, just because criminals find new ways to commit crimes doesn't mean you give up on law enforcement. But there'll be some movement. There's some cleaning up. I mean, even in this article, experts say some of the dark money groups influencing Florida elections may be falsifying tax returns to further cover their tracks. So they're being called out on it. So, okay, they're fighting the good fight. All right. Stephen Haggerty says, it's like we need the Shadow, Batman, and John Wick to help out. Well, certainly Batman. Because he knows who's who in the elite, and he doesn't kill anybody. So... okay, all right. 106. Oh. Donald Trump's flagship, Turnberry Resort, has severed ties with Allen Weisselberg, the Trump org's veteran CFO. Is this something new? Let me have a quick look. He's no longer classed as someone with significant control over the parent company of the former U.S. president's flagship Scottish resort. There's an update on the company's house website. States there's been a cessation of Mr. Weisselberg as a person with significant control over the firm. And it's only been made public today, with a more detailed document expected to follow in the coming weeks. It leaves Donald Trump Jr. as the only person listed as having significant control over Golf Recreation Scotland. And his younger brother Eric is the firm's sole director. Prosecutors... Okay, so that's just the stuff that came out against Weisselberg that we know about. Oh, huge losses there at Turnberry. So... sounds more like... is this just shuffling? Basically, are they just shuffling deck chairs on the Titanic, on the Trump-tanic? Or is something else come out about what they've got on Weisselberg that the company themselves has decided to back up? What's going on here? Oh, there is much upset at Trump org. Much howling at the moon. Devil, well, you're corrupt. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, a Thief card right in the center, Seven of Wands on the defensive, Ten of Swords. Howling at the moon. This is what this is. Howling at the moon because of the corruption of their financial dealings. They're thieves. And yes, they're on the defensive, and they're the future outlook for Trump org and everyone associated with it is legally dire. Absolute 10 swords in the back. So you okay? You okay? It's gonna, okay, we're turning in a circle, we're turning, and we're lying down. Okay. And you just looked up at me like, do you mind? Make fun of me. I'm making fun of you. I worry about you. Because I love you and your brother very much. Yes, I do. You're very important to me. So, Frida Smet says they need 11 swords in the back. Metaphorically, legally, yes, they do. Okay. So at 1:10:30, Lynn had a question. Since we're in this area. Lynn Halliday said, I kind of did a reading. I got that Trump loses Mar-a-Lago. I got that too. But let's have a look. Oh, Nadigo's saying my cat is snoring right now. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, Trumpy. You vile. So, is Trump going to lose Mar-a-Lago? They're going to lose Trump Tower. I just got that very clearly. I've been getting that for a while, but I'm going to get that they're going to lose Trump Tower. Okay, what about Mar-a-Lago? 8 of Cups. Okay. Thank you, Kate. Yes, snoring Katie is the best. Ace of Cups. 10 of Swords. Ooh, that's going to stay legally. Page of Wands. This is trying to say that no, Mar-a-Lago is my residence. So bankruptcy or what have you wouldn't affect me. 9 of Swords. That's a whole lot of worry. And creditors. This feels like an auction for Trump properties. That's what it feels like. Cy Vance is this full cup. We're seeing what's already kind of dribbling down the side, but there's a lot more to come, and massive legal. This is indictments. This is arrests. This is things seized and frozen and worry, and this is a really lame argument about why he should be able to keep it. And this feels like an auction. This is the card of the merchant, but it feels like an auction of Trump properties, plural. So I'm getting. So, all right. Yeah, Frida Smith saying you live in a club, yeah, and you charge other people, right? Because that's your residence. Yeah, you can buy a house. Go buy a house. I don't care, do you? Says Catherine Chittick. Yes. Yep. I know. All right, so 113, well, probably like 114. Oh, Sandy Miller, from your question to God's ears. Is it 114? Yes. When will the U.S. ban advertising on TV by pharmaceutical companies? Please, we do not need all that garbage in our subconscious. Some auctioneer voice listing horrible side effects and may cause your head to roll off of your shoulders and out the door. You know, may cause spontaneous turning inside out of your entire body. I mean, it's awful. You know, and then everything's perfectly white except for their signature color. And then everything's in slow motion, so it's lovelier and families getting along, and please. Yeah, Frida Smith. Side effects, death. Yes. Ten of Pentacles. Well, right now it's making everybody money. King of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Lobbyists. Legislators, lobbyists. Thief. Eight of Cups and Page of Swords. That's the message. Not for a while. If it's the message will. It feels like going off in the distance. We'll get rid of it. It goes away. But right now, got lobbyists making a ton of money. We've got the channels where these things are run making a ton of money, and the pharmaceutical companies making out like bandits. So it's going to continue for a while. And then I will continue to take the earbud out of my ear when the commercials come on. Or mute whatever I'm listening to when the commercials come on. So, okay. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Thank you for the question. 117, Stephen Haggerty. Question: will the Democrats pass the $1.75 trillion bill before the end of 2021? All right, 1.75 trillion. Is that the infrastructure or the Build Back Better? Which I get a little confused over which is which. $1.75 trillion. The energy's doing this. It's the Build Back Better. Thank you, Stephen. I'm not liking this energy. If only is saying, by the time Sinema and Manchin let the bill pass, we'll get $8 for infrastructure and a promise for a free Big Mac at the time of our next purchase. Yeah. Steven says no one does. Oh, geez. Tower. This energy's not great. 7 of Wands. Star. Knight of Swords. Just started raining here in Chicago. 3 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. This is a lot of people worrying. This is Republicans getting in on the plan far too much. This is very fraught. These are bridges and transportation that really needs help. And people, it feels like people taking their lives in their own hands, crossing certain things or using certain transportation or certain utilities or something along those lines. This is not great. Oh, man. Yeah. Electra says they're trying to vote on it now. The energy maybe is not done yet. Okay. Diana says, I feel like it's going to happen this week. Okay. DLC is saying they're pushing to vote on both of them. Okay. Well, I'll see what else, if there's more information here. $0.75 trillion. King of Swords. Those are legislators. King of Pentacles. We're starting with the King of Pentacles. That's Republicans or conservatives. Queen of Swords. Okay, that could be legislators. Devil. Unless it's devils in the details. Big money. But again, pentacles. Far right victory. Far right causing chaos. Emperor. Biden. Honestly, I'm not getting happy Democrat cards here. I'm just not. But Electra Storm says, I believe it will pass and not everyone will be happy. Well, that's definitely, yep. And DLC says the progressives aren't happy in either house with the two senators. Yep. So. See if there's any more information I can get. Again, big money. Big Republican. 10 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. Disappointment. Ace of Wands. Action by the far right. Republican dynasty. Disappointment. Democratic disappointment. Big money. That's what I'm getting. Please prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. There's such desperate need for things to be repaired, for things to help the economy get back on track. Ashley says it's because it's been boiled to nothing. It's a shell of the Biden Build Back Better agenda. Mm-hmm. Yes, Stephen Haggerty, there is no planet B. Yep. Very frustrating. 124. Kyle Smith had a question. Is there a cosmic reason that Republicans have so many unfair electoral legislative advantages via the Electoral College, the filibuster, etc.? Or are they all happy accidents for them that won't last? So is there in this what's meant to be? Well, when it comes to cosmic reasons, if the way I think about it is when it's like when Pluto changes signs, you kind of know something's going to go crazy bad on something. Whatever's the weakest, whatever's the first thing in that sign and that topic, Pluto's going to enter that sign. It's going to hit that topic, and whatever's right there growing badly, or corruption is there, or whatever isn't strong, Pluto's going to knock over. Now, when Pluto went into Capricorn in 2008, it entered the sign of status. And what is a big sign of status for the majority of people? Do you own your home or not? And there were people who had been able to buy houses with these horrible balloon payments and houses they couldn't afford and all of this. So there was this big bubble, and all of these people who had homes they could not afford. So Pluto entered Capricorn, and that whole thing, the housing market collapsed because Pluto hit the roots and there was nothing to hold it up. So the whole thing just toppled. Does that mean that there was something happening before that was setting this up in Capricorn so that Pluto would hit it? And that would be the trigger. Pluto's going to go into Aquarius in 2024. It'll be there briefly in 2023, but it'll go in there for good in 2024. Aquarius rules the internet. Okay, so when Pluto goes into Aquarius, is it going to unearth a weakness in the internet, a weakness in the computing systems and all of this? Let's say it does. Well, Pluto or Aquarius rules other things as well, science and say robotics, or I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that Aquarius rules, media, that kind of thing, astrology. But when Pluto hits it, what's it going to knock over? It's going to knock over what's there. So this buildup of the internet since the early 90s in the public. So when this happens, so cosmic reasons and things, it's is there something setting things up ahead of time to be knocked down? Because the thing that we are fighting right now may seem like I'm way off of topic, but what I'm talking about now is our Pluto return in the US. So Pluto is about power. Who has the power? Who controls? Pluto doesn't like to share power. And it has, when it goes bad, it has really scary authoritarian qualities. The Soviet Union was Scorpio. Absolute authoritarianism. So with Pluto, with our Pluto return happening right now, it's basically empowering the Pluto in the US chart, which means everybody's getting more dug in on their side of how things should be done and who should have the power and how things should move forward. So, is there a cosmic reason that the Republicans have so many unfair advantages with right now with the Electoral College, the filibuster? Are these all happy accidents for them that won't last? It's just a matter that we're coming up on our Pluto return. And so what power they have toward authoritarianism, they're going to use for now. But it doesn't mean it's going to work. So let me pull some cards on, will the Republicans' current advantages last? I'm getting a big no. It's demographically unsustainable. Michael Grant, back in the USSR, boy. Mitch goes to the Grand Soviet, very Scorpio. Pluto's returning, eat spinach, comrades. I like that. Three of Swords. It hurts. And that's the thing about Pluto. It clears the way so that there can be new growth, better growth, stronger growth. It gets rid of the corruption. Is Pluto a planet? Astronomically, no. Astrologically, yes. It doesn't even matter what you call it. You could call it Bob. It doesn't matter. It still has, in astrology, it still has scary strong powers. When Pluto hits things in my chart, I'm really worried. And I'm quite serious that in 2030, around 2030 and just before that, Pluto is going, my north node is just to the right of my midheaven. And so what I'm supposed to be doing in this life is right, it's like 3 degrees apart. It's like 9 degrees of Aquarius. My midheaven's like 12 degrees of Aquarius. And Pluto is going to conjunct those points in, well, it's going to conjunct the midheaven in 2030. So whatever is my status in life, whatever I'm doing in life, it all has to be truly, truly, truly strong and healthy, or it will just burn my life down, because it has in the past. And then I rebuild. But I get really tired of I get really tired of rebuilding. And in 2040, Pluto will move over and be conjunct my midheaven, not my midheaven, my Mars, which is is a T-square. I've got planets right across my ascendant, descendant, and I've got planets there as well. And then that squares Mars. And that's why I joke about my chart looks like a ship, where you've got the deck and you've got the mast, and in the belly of the ship, you've got my sun and my moon, which are 120 degrees apart. This lovely energy. It's like my hammock. So my sense of self and my emotions, this lovely, lovely hammock. Meanwhile, things pass by, hit this part hit the front of the deck, hit the bow, hit the mast, hit the stern, and over and over and over, and these storms just constantly happening. But I've got this calm. Well, Pluto's going to hit the mast in 2040, and it's like, you know what? I'm saving up my money, and I'm just going to shut everything down. That's it. 2030 and 2040 especially, I'm not even here. I'm at yoga, and I'm going to read for a year. Anyway, all right. Oh, Mary Huddleston is saying Pluto's conjunct my sun. So you were born with Pluto conjunct your sun, and Uranus conjunct your north node. Wow. B. Smith says Scorpio often likened to the phoenix. Yes, can do a lot with the ashes when everything burns down. True. B. Smith is saying Scorpios are expert at rebuilding, and that's true. That's true. You know, I can do it. I'm just tired of doing it. So, all right, for Republicans, bless you, pumpkin. 10 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, Page of Wands, Hermit. Their message will not find an audience. I'm sorry, I've got makeup. It's got my eye. Sorry about that. Their message will not find an audience. And they think they can, we have a lot of options. It's more like people wanting to choose from different parts of the Democratic Party rather than actually trying to cross the divide. And Republicans, it feels like this is decreasing in size. They're trying to stir up as much stuff as they can and trying to kick over Democratic policies, but their message is falling on deaf ears. So no, it won't continue in the long term. Diana Cachet saying, thanks for the explanation. If that was for me, you are most welcome. I hope I didn't put anybody to sleep. Thank you, Dave. Okay. Benny Grismore, hey, breaking news, Biden unveils a new spending plan. Okay. Frida Smet says, I prefer seeing Pluto as Mickey Mouse's dog so he doesn't influence my life. Good, good. I sincerely hope that works for you. Cheryl Ward is asking, how can I find out a true birth time? Can't find my birth certificate. Anybody? Well, if there's absolutely no way to find out, and it's not on your birth certificate, it doesn't, you're just stuck. There are astrologers you can pay to do what's called a rectification, where they ask for, they take what you know of your chart, and then they ask for when major milestones happened in your life. And then they move things around to figure out, using that, when it was most likely you were born. So it's a kind of specialized thing. Not all astrologers do it, and it's time consuming to do. So it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but astrology helps me so much. If I didn't know when I was born, I would absolutely find out, but that's just me. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh my gosh, Benny Grismore saying Facebook changes name to Meta. I know they were going for a Meta, like a wider, you can do business here, you can do all these different things here, but they're actually changing their name to Meta. Twitter's going to have a field day. Yes. Whew. Aw, Joanne says, I call my children on their birthday at their birth time. Oh, wow. If Only says YouTube has a ton of videos on rectification. Oh, good. Good. Okay, good. Metastatic would be more appropriate, says Diana Cachet. Yeah, there's the jokes just... Okay. My gosh, I'm still not done. There's the 13th question for today, 138. Okay. Alicia was asking, when will the governors that are Republicans start being charged and facing justice? Well, they're holding Bolsonaro accountable. Elector Storm is suggesting Metamucil for Facebook. Nice. All right, 139 governors. All right, so they are holding Bolsonaro accountable for the number of people who died because of his mishandling of the pandemic. What about U.S. governors? It is Taylor B. Autumn. Do you think your guides ever try to deceive you to keep from letting us know some things? I think that they will sometimes focus on the positive, so I don't freak out because we'll get through it. I'll get through it. You'll get through it. But Six of Wands, far right victory. There've been far too many of those. how many people died because of it. Latest I heard was someone was working out the math that Donald Trump is personally responsible for at least 130,000 American deaths. And he's still swanning around. Makes me crazy. Page of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, support drying up, 7 of Swords, the Thief, 7 of Cups. This is their misinformation that they've been, people on the Republican governors have been pushing about what to do about the illness. People out in the cold, but it's also the governor's support sort of drying up. They don't have a lot to offer. The Democrats are getting people to the hospital. And that's what this feels like. Democrats, it's like, we have the hospital over here. We're trying to save your life. We're trying to do good for you. And I mean, I know, when I got my vaccine, I wasn't charged for it. Whereas these people are just flim-flam. So are they going to be held accountable legally? Because I know a number of them are being they're being sued. Okay. 2 of Cups. Again, what we were just talking about with Republican support diminishing with time. Insult to injury, 5 of Swords. 5 of Cups, disappointment, the Empress. I'm not necessarily getting a lot of jail time per se. I am being held accountable, as in, we're done with you. So, all right, and now I've got to stay. I've got to stay at 143. Facebook becomes Meta. Is it all caps? Is it all caps or not? I don't know. I know you guys, I ask you guys to put things in all caps when you ask me questions, but yes. Oh, it's all caps? It's kind of like in the 90s when we had Pluto in Jupiter. So we had all this Jupiter energy. Everything was mega. Jupiter, big. Yeah. Make sure I say in all caps. Meta. All right, how is Meta, Facebook's new incarnation, is Meta going to go? Facebook's umbrella core is becoming Meta, says Artemis Lune, in reference to a metaverse. The names of their apps aren't changing. They want to focus on virtual products. Yeah. Metaverse. Probably a better name than Meta. Yes, Michael Grant, Pluto is small but dangerous. Yes, it is. It's not all caps. It is a weird symbol. Oh, okay. All right. So Facebook's new metaverse. I'm wondering if board members, stockholders are going to want to get Zuckerberg out of there. Judgment. Yeah, you're being judged, you think? Exactly, Sherry H. Facebook can call it whatever they want. If they don't change how they operate, it's no better than the old name. Exactly. Dishes and Stitches, I love that name, says Meta, one step away from MAGA. Oh, they were totally fine with MAGA. The MAGA people made the money. Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Hierophant, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Well, the Metaverse thing is going to be kind of dodgy. They're a massive company. This is families. Is this families staying on Facebook, or is this some competitor coming along? Facebook Meta. I'm feeling this immense push to get Zuckerberg out of there. He's a terrible face of the company. Facebook Metaverse. Hermit. Okay, you can do a lot of things when you're home. All right. Seven of Cups, Chariot, Two of Wands, Ten of Swords, Four of Wands. Oh, it's a playground of the far right. Europe's going to have a fit. Europe is going to just be beside themselves with the way Facebook is using the information. They're moving forward. It's going to be this glitzy, showy, come over here, do this thing. It'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be great. Nope, same company. Same company. Far right, it makes us money. Their own internal tests. I mean, that's in the stuff that was released. Their own internal tests showed that if some, a middle-aged woman went in and created an account and said, "I'm white, I'm Christian, Southern, and I'm interested in Christianity." Boom! A whole bunch of the stuff that was recommended to her was QAnon and far-right stuff. And it just, even if she just ignored it, just ignored that, didn't join anything like that, they just kept suggesting that to her. So Facebook's going to keep on keeping on, and I am not going to be a part of it. But anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. I did 14 questions actually, and I'm done for today. But I will be back tomorrow. I'm here 365 days of the year, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you. It is 2:03 here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel for Creative Sprints. You're always welcome. Just bring your creative projects, because the world needs your creative energy. It's good for the world. It's good for your own health. That's why I promote it. That's why I try to get people to use their own creativity. It can be anything. It can be painting, can be knitting, can be drawing, writing, you name it. And we are doing National Novel Writing Month in November. So there'll be a focus on that, but it's not exclusively just for writers. We need you non-writers to keep us sane. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day. Saturday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Central Time, Chicago time, will be the monthly social for patrons. And Sunday is Halloween. I have my costume. I have my overlay. I'm ready to go. So, and then a week from Saturday. Yes. Then a week from this Saturday, November 6th, I turn 50. And I'm going to have various people on, and they're going to come by, and we're going to read on the future. We're going to read, the theme is going to be 50 years in the future, 2071. And I'm looking at the astrology, that's major astrological things that are going to happen between here and there. And so, yeah. All right. So that's the plan. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You are always welcome wherever I am, and I will definitely see you tomorrow. Take care. I am not Morticia, Electrostorm. Ask if I'm Morticia. Oh, nay, nay. Take care.